back to my channel. Today's video is a little bit different. Most of the time I come talk to you about art supplies and such, but I also collect little toys and figurines and things like that. So I'm going to start incorporating some of that content into my channel. So you'll probably notice that my channel description has changed, and it's more about my hobbies than just art related stuff, but just my hobbies in general. So I don't want to talk it out too much. Today I am talking about the Honeybee Acres toys, more specifically the Honeybee Acres Farmhouse. So I follow a bunch of channels here on YouTube, and one of the channels I follow, My Froggy Stuff, highlighted this Farmhouse by the Honeybee Acres brand, and I asked for it for Christmas, and my daughter purchased it for me for Christmas. So I'm going to show you the dollhouse setup, and also, even though it comes with a grandfather and a granddaughter, I bought this little Purrington family because I'm more of a cat person than a bunny person. And also I purchased all of the furniture for the house. So I'm not gonna like show you me setting up the house and all of that. By now I've probably insert some pictures of what the house looks like. I'm probably just gonna insert some pictures of the house set up and then come back and tell you my thoughts on it. So let me show you the little sets of furniture before I go do that. So the first furniture set we have is the Sweet Home Kitchen, and it comes with a refrigerator, the sink, and the stove. Then we have the cozy living room, and it comes with a couch, a side chair. I think this is a little TV unit. Is that a TV unit? And a couple other things in there. It's hard to see in the box, but I'll show you more when the house is set up. Ignore that, my lunch beeping in the background. And then finally, this is the Bubbly Bee bathroom. So you got your toilet, your vanity, and your bathtub. These also come with curtains and that you can put in the dollhouse. So when I asked my daughter for the dollhouse for Christmas, she wanted to know why I was asking for it. And it was because as a little girl, I always wanted a dollhouse. She mentioned the Barbie dream house that I never got. And I was like, yeah, that was a different dream. It was more that I was really into miniatures, and I used to read the miniature catalogs front to back over and over again. I was so fascinated with them. But miniatures were as an adult hobby, not a kid hobby, so it wasn't one my parents could really afford to indulge me in. So my father did make me a dollhouse out of cardboard, and he tried. And it was too big for miniatures and too small for Barbie. And then my mother bought me something called the Littles Dollhouse. And if you are a child of the 70s and 80s, you probably know what the Littles Dollhouse is. I'll insert a picture of it. But the problem was the Littles Dollhouse came with nothing, and you had to buy everything piece by piece by piece. And again, my parents couldn't afford to fully furnish that dollhouse, so I quickly kind of lost interest in it because I couldn't build it out. So when I saw the video of this farmhouse, and I saw that it came with accessories and also was affordable, and you could pretty much furnish it by buying all three kits, because there was furniture that came with the dollhouse. It was kind of like me being able to fulfill this little childhood dream I had. So that was why I invested in the furniture and asked my daughter to invest in the dollhouse for me. So the dollhouse, I think at the time we saw it, originally was around $50, and then around Christmas, the price was going up to around $72. But I think the average price of the dollhouse was somewhere around 50. So if you're interested in the dollhouse, I would just say kind of watch the sales between Amazon and Walmart. Those were the cheapest places that we saw them. The furniture sets also go up and down in price. So some of these sets cost me less than $10, and then I think there was one I had to pay $15 for. So again, just watch the prices. If you're interested, you don't have to buy them all at the same time. You can buy them like I did, where I kind of spaced it out. I think I bought all 3 sets between October and December. And then the little families, there are other families, animal type families. There's even a like unicorn type of family. The same thing. Just watch the prices and you can get this pretty cheaply. I am going to set the house up as is, and then kind of leave it and see if I want to do anything to hack it. And it might be months before I make that decision to hack it. I did buy some I'm trying to think, Make It Minis, but I think they're going to be out of scale of the house. Just a thought, they might be more Barbie scale than, I think someone said this is 1/12. But yeah, so that's what I said. I may take a little while, leave it set up originally, and then kind of think about if I want to hack anything, if I want to add anything to it. But was really excited to get this, and I'm really excited to put it together and see if it, like, you know, scratches that little kid's itch for a little dollhouse. And that's one of the great things about being an adult. You can go back and revisit the things you didn't get when you were a kid. So yeah, so let me actually go and mess with the house and set it up, and then I'll put in some pictures of what it looks like all set up, and then I'll tell you whether or not, you know, it fed little Danielle the way I wanted it to. Okay, bye. Okay, so for the most part, I have put the house together. Nothing had to be screwed in or anything like that. It was all kind of like you just push the pieces together. There were a couple of wonky pieces. I want to highlight that. So like the front porch has a section that is not connected to like the little awning, like the roof, and then some of like the patio I have to kind of push a little harder to get it to snap, because they're kind of like snap and click. So I figured I would just stop here and just show you what the inside of the house looks before I furnish it. So I would say maybe 30 minutes to 45 minutes to put it together. Not too many small pieces, so none of that you have to deal with. The instructions are pretty clear. What else could I tell you about putting it together? Because everything is kind of like a snap and click together, there is the danger of some things falling apart from, like, if you're a kid and playing with it, even as an adult, like as I was moving around. So for instance, the window panes pop out. They pop back in 1, 2, 3, but just something to keep in mind. I don't know if I was gonna make this a more permanent solution. I mean, a permanent play thing where I didn't want it to come apart. Just kind of want to give you an example of what I mean. Like, they come right out. I might consider gluing them just so that they don't pop out. So that's an option. I did have one little curtain rod that popped off, so I am gluing it in place. That broke off as I was opening the box, so I put a little bit of like, what's the E6000? It's a Dollar Tree version, so I don't remember. Just to kind of put that back in place. I haven't put the curtain rods in yet because since I have curtains in the furniture sets, I just decided I would do the curtain rods when I did that. So, but pretty much everything is pretty simple to put together. You just slide the floors in. You don't need to screw anything or anything like that. So like I said, 30 to 45 minutes. I think it took me a little longer because I took a phone call. I am curious about these top windows on the rear of the house. I have to look at the box because I didn't see any window panes in the box for these. So I'm not sure if they have window panes. But you have your 2 sets of doors, one for the patio, one for the back porch, same on the other side. And I didn't hang the swing in the front yet. So let me stop and then I'll add some more footage. I'm gonna try to put the furniture in here before I lose the light. I may have to come back tomorrow to finish filming. Okay. Here are all the furniture items that come with the dollhouse. So you get a table with 2 chairs. For some reason, I have an extra half a chair. Okay. You get a dining table with 2 chairs. You get a twin size bed with mattress. You get a toilet. You get a crib with mattress. You get a larger full-size bed with mattress. You get a low side table and lamp. You get a sofa. And that is the little girl bunny. Grandpa fell off the table, so you won't see him right now. You get some assorted little pieces of fabric that I guess you can use as a tablecloth or a throw. There's some assorted pillows as well. My biggest issue with these is that they have this big tag on them, so they don't really lay flat. So I would suggest cutting those off, which is probably what I'm going to do. And then you also get a staircase to the attic and a staircase to the second floor. And then your curtain rods are all in here. So, like I said, I will open my little furniture packs and add those to the house. Oh, I forgot to mention I hung up the swing, and there's also a cushion for the swing on the porch. And I added some flower boxes on the patio. So I'll open up the furniture packs on camera, and then I'll add everything in the house, and then I guess I'll wrap up everything and tell you how I'm feeling about it. Okay, so we've put all the furniture that comes with the house in the house. This is pretty much how they have it set up on the box. So now let's open the other packs. Okay, here's everything from the bathroom set. You have your tub, you have your toilet with the little storage caddy above it, you have your vanity with 2 sinks. It also comes with some accessories like 2 little bottles, 2 toothbrushes and a cup, and a little plant. The storage over the toilet comes with a little basket with 2 rolls of toilet tissue. The doors do open a little too much. Let me see. They keep rattling open. I was trying not to do that. I'm not a doll tuber, so I don't know how to do that without making a mess here. I wish I had a little tweezer with me, but the door is open, and the drawers on the vanity pull out. The baskets also come out. There's nothing in the baskets right now. You get a little stool with a rubber ducky. You get a little towel ladder, so you have some washcloths and towels here. You get a little rug, and you get curtains, enough curtains to cover 3 windows. So there's 6 curtains here, and the tub has a little shower thing that comes loose, so that does come out of the handle. But you also get some rubber bands if you want to pull back the curtains and hang them that way, so they have a little swag. But that is everything in the bathroom set. Okay, so now we have our kitchen set. I wanted to save myself the embarrassment of trying to open these little doors while filming. So as you can see, you have your sink, all of the cabinet doors open and close. Yeah, I can close them on camera. I just can't open them on camera. And you have like your farmhouse sink. You have your little fridge where both the bottom and top doors open and close. You have your little stove with a rack that pulls out, and again, you can close that door, oven door. And then you have some accessories. You have a little rug, you have a bowl and plate, little ice cube tray. I think I have that flipped upside down. Yeah, little ice cube tray, spoon, 2 mugs, little tea kettle, 2 little plates, milk, carrots, eggs, and then you have a muffin tin where the muffins do come out of the tin. And then you just have your set of curtains and some rubber bands if you want to hold back the curtains. So that's everything in the kitchen set. Okay, now we have our cozy living room set. So you have your love seat, you have some curtains and rubber bands for the swag. There's also like a little game in there as well, like a little box and like I guess game board to put together in that little plastic bag in the back. You have your TV, you have coffee table, a lamp, little basket with blankets in it. You have a little plant here, some candlesticks, a little wall clock, the TV console and some books, a little chair with a pillow. There's a little picture frame in the back with the bunny family, and the fireplace, and also a tall plant. So I'm not going to hang the clock right now, and I'll get to why I'm not going to hang the clock after I put everything in the house. I'm also not going to put up the picture because I bought a different family, so I want to take a picture of them and put that in the frame instead. But that is everything in the little living room kit. Okay, so here's the Honeybee Acres Buzzby Farmhouse, fully assembled and furnished with the furniture kits. Ignore the little bunny hanging out. So as you know, I always do first impressions. And my first impression, like, did it fulfill some of my like little girl dreams of having a dollhouse? Yes, it did. And I think if I was a little girl, there are things I would love about this house, and there are things that I would be a little unhappy about the house. So I don't think any of my criticisms I wouldn't have if I was a little girl. But that's because I was a particular little girl, and I'm a particular adult. So I already talked about constructing the house. It goes pretty quickly. There are some wonky bits, but it does come together pretty fast. And for between $50 and $70, I think it was worth that. So let's get into the furniture that came with the house. So I'm waiting for you to focus a little bit. The furniture that came with the house, some of it is a little wonky. So I don't know if it's because of the way it's packed in the box, but like, you know, the crib rocks, the bed rocks, the table rocks. You can actually see that this bed is not sitting on the floor. So yeah, some of the plastic is a little wonky. I turned the toilet to the other direction because it is slanted. So yes, the furniture that comes with the house, there are some wonky bits, and those little tabs on the pillows, I don't understand why they put the little tabs on the pillow. I'm gonna have to cut them all off. So yeah, so that's a little annoying. Now let's get into, yeah, you can even see here that the foot of the couch is not fully on the ground. So let's get into the furniture packs. So the first furniture pack I opened was the bathroom pack. Quite honestly, I'm a little confused by the addition of a toilet when the house came with a toilet. So now I have two toilets, so that's why I moved one upstairs so that, you know, whoever sleeps in that room has their own toilet. So that's one thing. The other thing is there's too much furniture for the space. Yeah, you can see the little towel holder fell over. So it's kind of like you have to angle everything to kind of make it sit in there. So yeah. Oh, that's another wonky thing about the house. You can see that the dividing wall is kind of, it doesn't lock into place unless I'm missing something. So mine keeps rocking over. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff in this space. So it feels like it was such an afterthought them making these furniture packs that they're not really suited to the space. So there's some finagling to get everything in there. Also, because the towels are like a printed fiber, they won't bend, and I'm actually going to have to tape them to the towel rack to make them lay down. So yeah, that's something I'm going to have to do. So moving on to the kitchen. Again, like I said, the furniture that came with the house is a little wonky. That table rocks, the the chairs keep coming loose. I feel like the kitchen was much better suited to the space than the bathroom. I think you can spread things out like I did here. You can see the sink is in the back, the stove is in one corner, the fridge is in the other. So I feel like this room came together nicely. So I wouldn't have minded a few more toy food, but I can fill my fridge with some things on my own. So no real complaints about the kitchen. So moving on to the living room, and let me move the staircase out the way. Again, there's way too much furniture for this room. So the house came with its own couch, which I moved upstairs to the baby's room because, you know, when you have a baby, sometimes you want to sit and hold the baby because you're just tired. So move back down. But you can also put it in the main bedroom if that's your thing. But I feel like even though I took that extra couch out, there's way too much furniture in here. I mean, the plant is in the way of the door. The fireplace is behind the chair. That's a fire hazard. Now, of course, I can move the furniture around the house as I see fit. Of course, I know that because I'm probably going to put that chair into the main bedroom, which I'll do right now. And yes, they have those little tabs on the cushions that I'm going to cut off. So I'm going to move that main chair upstairs so that you can see the fireplace. That's a little bit better. And I'll probably move that big plant as well upstairs because there's so much furniture that comes and just to say, I didn't mention this, I set up the furniture the way it is on the box, just the first time around. It's kind of like there's a plant blocking the door, there's a basket blocking the patio door. So yeah, it's kind of like, it just feels really, really cluttered. So definitely move the things around. You don't have to set up the way it is set up on the box. So another thing I want to highlight, you may have noticed when I put the curtains up in the bathroom and kitchen, I swagged them. And I noticed on all the boxes, the curtains are not swagged. So I said, well, let me not do that in the living room. And it just looks a hot mess. So I'm going to swag those. The curtains are a little bit of a pain in the ass because I did the curtain rods wrong. So I have the wrong sizes and the wrong windows, and I'm going to have to fix that. But didn't feel like fixing it. I wanted to get everything out the box. And that is part of the reason I said I wasn't going to hang the clock. Because I was like, yeah, there's some adjustments I need to make before I feel like this house is completely set up. Other things that I would just highlight, you know what, let me move that. I do think, like just as a first impression, I did enjoy this. I mean, I think it took me, like I said, roughly 45 minutes to build the house the day before yesterday, and then I put everything together now, and that took me like an hour, and it was something that kept me busy and made me feel like I was putting together a puzzle. That was kind of how I saw it. So what I want to do before I close out this video, and I'll probably have to do another day, so this will probably be a multi-day video, is I do want to fix some of the things that are bothering me that I can't fix. So like cutting the tabs off the pillows, making sure that the towels stay folded in the bathroom, and I'm trying to think of some ways, like some of these tiny pieces, how could I make sure that they don't fall over without making it a permanent solution? So I'm trying to think, do I have any double-sided tape or anything I could use just to kind of make the you know, like cups stay on the table and things like that. I want to do some of those things and then add my, you know, little cat family to the house, and then I'll probably wrap up this video. I do think there are other things you can do to really bring this house to life. I think it's a nice starter. Like I said, there are little things that I don't like how the doors never stay closed, and it might be something I could do to make that patio doors click close. I wish they did click. I wish they did click close. So there might be something I could do to kind of rig that so that that happens. Because I noticed it even when I closed up the house after I put it together. It was like the doors kept swinging open. So yeah, there's some things I'd like to do just to kind of bring the house together. And then I'll probably just do a final video showing you where I landed with it. But as far as first impressions, like I said, it did touch the little girl in me and make me, you know, fulfill those dollhouse fantasies I had as a little kid. And I do think it's a nice starter house. If you are a person who has thought about doll houses and maybe you're not ready to commit to a house that costs hundreds and hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars. It could be a nice little way to scratch that itch for a dollhouse. And I think if you were buying this for a little person, I think they would enjoy it. That's part of the reason I don't want to make stick anything down permanent, because I may pass this on to my great niece. So I don't want to make anything permanent in case I decide to pass this on. I just want to kind of make it just a little bit better, just tweak it just a little bit. So I don't think I'm gonna do any major hacks to it, but there are some minor things I think I can do to just complete it. And I think I will probably look online for some accessories, some things that I think that Honeybee could do, could add to this collection is maybe a bedroom set or a patio set would be nice, since you have the upper patio and the porch with the swing. I think those could be nice additions to the collection. And I think that's about it. Other than that, other things, like if I was going to do a long-term hack, I would love to make those lights real that are in the top, and light up the house, because when I was taking pictures of it, when I had the sun coming in, it just looked so nice. And I think putting lights in this house would really set it off. But let me stop here, and then I'll make those little tweaks, and I'll come back and show you some pictures of the house and wrap up.